Hello, I'm here today to talk about the Test Workbench products from HCL and how they contribute to your continuous quality practices and DevOps processes. This is an orientation video designed to give you an overview of what all the products are in the Workbench, and there are more detailed videos to follow which guide you through using these capabilities and show you some of the features and functions and things like that that you can take away from them. Now, when we talk about the typical sorts of challenges that organizations we talk to have, they really fall into a number of key areas. Adoption of agile and new technologies and the pace of delivery, things like that. Changes in suppliers and governance issues. So, as organizations mature and grow, they tend to find that they lose expertise in certain areas as resources move around and things like that. And so they have problems with delivery. We find financial constraints. We want to do more, but we want to do it with less. And how can we do that? How can we optimize the processes that we have, and how can we start to use tools and capabilities to give us a technological edge in the way that we deliver? And then finally, this idea of legacy estate. So one of the big areas we encounter when we talk to organizations is this move to modernization, to digital strategies and things like that. But they've all got large pre-existing estates of systems, and how can they start to adopt and change those systems into more modern capabilities. Now, in trying to tackle all of these areas, what we find there are a number of sort of core problems that organizations encounter. Delays in delivery, costs, and risk. And so the goal of the HCL Test Workbench test tools is to try and minimize as much of those key areas as we possibly can. And we do that by leveraging all of the capabilities we have in the solution. Now, HCL Test Workbench includes a number of great capabilities. We consider this to be a platform that allows our clients to perform all the key stages of testing. We have a great software solution. We have some great resources in the HCL Products and Platforms Lab Services organization. And we have best practices in delivery as well. All of these come together to give you a best-in-class test capability. Now, the core capabilities that we offer fall into four main areas. Functional testing, which is HCL Functional Tester, allows you to test applications through UIs. Performance testing, HCL Performance Tester drives load. API testing with HCL Integration Tester allows you to get at back-end systems and APIs. And service virtualization with HCL Service Virtualization allows us to simulate missing components and dependencies within our application landscape. We dive into these in a bit more detail. We see with HCL Functional Tester, we can address a wide range of the test problem that we have when we're looking at user experience and user interface testing. Functional Tester provides capability from terminals and 3270 mainframe through thick clients, Java, .NET, that sort of thing, right the way up to modern, responsive HTML5 based web applications based on Angular and React and Vue and those sorts of technologies. HCL Integration Tester enables users to tackle the behind-the-scenes processes. So when a user presses a button on a website or an application, typically that generates transactions and messages behind the scenes, be that JMS, MQ, TIBCO, web methods, etc. And so we want to be able to understand what those integration points look like and allow us to test and unit test some of these services which may not have user interfaces behind them. So as we're looking at things like microservices and modern application delivery using tools like Docker, integration tester is a great place to start for that sort of testing. And then of course we want to advance this to apply load across all of our systems. And so HCL Performance Tester enables us to bring up the load on an application, apply virtual users and excessive rates against applications, and determine where there may be problems so that we can start to optimize, tune, and fix them. HCL Service Virtualization allows us to work with applications where maybe there are not existing integrations to the back end. So we think about this in terms of simulating dependencies that our applications require, specifically around things like third parties, where we may have an application today that we're working on and we rely on a business partner to enable us to build and operate our application. And if that business partner is not running their system at the time, then we need to be able to simulate that so that we can continue to test. Alternatively, there may be costs associated with extra dependencies, and service virtualization allows us to remove those costs from our application landscape. Combine this with performance testing, and there's a really powerful story to be told around cost reduction. Now, all of these come together as part of an overall process, allowing us to use and reuse capability between all of the products. So I can take test Workbench test cases, I can turn them into performance tests, and I can use the service virtualization capabilities all from within the same suite of products. Now this has a number of key benefits. Obviously we have some great capabilities that we bring to bear in terms of the tools and the products themselves, but what we're aiming for here is the speed and coverage capabilities, allowing us to automate all the different types of testing that we might want to do, helping us improve quality, reducing costs, and simplifying the teamwork requirements that we have. If we think back to that first slide where we talked about the four main areas of friction in organizations, these tools really help us attack and address those problems. So in summary, HCL Test Workbench allows us to bring together all of these software solutions, resources, and best practices to really drive through our test problem and get to the sorts of results that our customers want. Now, in order to get started, we have a number of core steps in order to deliver our continuous quality process, and our lab services teams can take you through these to help you get your customers up and running as quickly as possible. There are a number of next steps that we can help you talk to your customers about these products, understand where they might want to apply them, and get us up and running quickly. Thank you very much for your time, and please watch out for the other videos in this series.